You're now listening to the Key Fitness Media Podcast with Kurt Maggs. Kurt Maggs Radio.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, your host, Kurt Maggs, in the building. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Kurt Maggs Radio Show. Just wanted to drop a quick episode on you for the week. We know that this week we're going to have Super Bowl. Tomorrow is Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to have Tampa Bay playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, which means Tom Brady has an opportunity to win with a different team besides the New England Patriots. And I'm pretty sure right now Bill Belichick is not happy. Pretty sure he realizes that a mistake was made. And you know, the biggest argument about the whole thing was they figured that it was Bill Belichick's system that was causing all the championships and the Super Bowl appearances to be made possible because of the system, and not realizing that the quarterback who's running that system is what really made everything work and gel together. And still got love, but shout out to Cam Newton, who tried his best to. I think it's going to take more than 1 year in order for anybody to get used to a whole different system when you're used to playing a certain type of game. But let's keep it real. A lot of times the talent that Tom Brady was using was not top tier talent. He had a few people that was able to give him what he needed, but to sit back and say he had an all-star cast the whole time he was at New England wouldn't be fair. So let's give Tom Brady a special credit for just being a great athlete and just being who he is. Tom terrific, as they say. But on the other end, we got Patrick Mahomes, who makes things happen on the field. There's no doubt about it. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes. He's what you call a playmaker. He makes it happen. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It's been a while since I've seen a guy like a Patrick Mahomes just make things happen. To me, the last person who was able to do that was Michael Vick. Michael Vick just made things happen. And it's going to be a pretty good game, I believe. Two things that I'm going to look at mostly. I don't think Tom Brady has faced a defensive backfield like Kansas City. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what he does. Kansas City has a pretty talented backfield. So Tom Brady is definitely going to have to make some things happen. And we're going to see how that turns out. Another thing that I noticed that Kansas City has lost a few linemen. They're having some issues on the line. Some are due to the COVID situations that got going on. The lineman plays a big role in how effective the offense is going to be, the protection of the quarterback. And I believe that just being a little off can cause this game to be totally different. Because now you're going to expect linemen switching positions and bringing in a lineman who hasn't received all the reps like the other linemen that are regularly in the lineup. It's going to be a little bit different. His timing may be off. His instincts may not be there like it should be. And it's going to be a pretty interesting game. So let's shout out for the Super Bowl things that are going to be happening. And they're going to have the weekend, I guess, who's going to be doing the halftime party We're going to see how that goes. Hopefully whoever wins, I really don't have a dog in the fight. My Chicago Bears is not in there. My other team I would wanted to see go in there would have been the Indianapolis Colts. So we're going to see how things go with this. And hopefully, to the best man wins. I'm a fan of Andy Reid, so I'm always going to show Andy Reid a little bit of props, like Bruce Arians also. So that's another tough one there. I believe both of them are definitely great coaches. A lot of respect for Andy Reid, because I remember when Michael Vick came out of prison, Andy Reid gave him an opportunity that many didn't want. And under Andy Reid, I believe Michael Vick, if he would have been a lot younger and early on in his career, he had Andy Reid, I believe he would have definitely been a better pocket passer than what he was, because his skills definitely developed more under Andy Reid. So we're going to see what happens there. So shout out to Michael Vick. Still one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. Just dynamic. Well, another thing that's going on today, we got North Carolina and Duke. So to all my college fans, anybody that know me know I'm a big college basketball and college football fan. I'd rather watch college football and basketball than I would the NFL or the NBA. Just to see the new young talent, people hungry, people are fighting. It's something when you're in a position that you're trying to get to a goal and you're trying to make it. It'll be like anybody who's in the music business or entertainment or anything. When you listen to someone's first album or two albums, say somebody that's a rapper or singer, singing groups or whatever, the first couple of albums are great. But then you notice that as time goes on, say they're all about the hood and the street life, it's hard to talk about that kind of thing when you got millions of dollars compared to ramen noodles, and now you're eating shrimp and lobster. It's a whole difference. You lose the that hunger and that thirst, and now you're just kind of just living off the past and what your name was in the beginning. So watching college sports has always been a big added thing to me, because you can see that these kids are really trying hard in order to make it to the next level. And even some that doesn't even make it to the pros, at least they can get some type of college education, make connections, and do the things that you can do when you're in college. I think college is more than just getting an education. I believe that you're putting together people who are working hard, and you develop a connection and a respect for others, and then hopefully that connection and respect can lead on to other bigger careers, whether it's in business or it's in aviation. You can go far as getting hooked up. Some may go the financial route. They may want to be stockbrokers or getting into mortgages and things like that. And I love to see people take advantage of their college experience. I think there's one thing that I regret that I didn't do. I didn't try to get my college experiences in early, and I ended up doing it very late in life. Even though, don't get me wrong, if you're going to be in business, you don't really need a college degree in order to succeed in business. You just need to know how. There's some things that I never learned in college that I already knew from people that were just regular business people. I didn't know anything about Duns and Bradstreet and building up business credit and starting off as, an entrepreneur and understanding business from that standpoint. I always wanted to have my own record label, production company, and I was able to achieve that in the 90s. So I'm not one of those guys who like to kind of brag or boast or anything like that, but I thought I did a pretty good job as being an entrepreneur in the music. I was a musician first. Shout out to the having that Pentecostal church background that helped me to understand what music was. If it wasn't for my uncle really encouraging us as far as young people into being musicians. I mean, man, we had it popping just thinking about it. Cousin Randall on the organ and drums. You had Will, turned out to be a great organist. We had, multiple of drummers. Al, who was our pocket drummer. And then we had my cousin Will, and it was just like so many that came through, and we just all developed as far as being musicians. Now, some of us decided we wasn't going to no longer keep up with the times. Not knocking nobody. Not knocking nobody, but I think it's, everybody gets the time and space to be great, and when it's time to fall back, you got to learn how to fall back and let the other generation come on in and absorb some of what they need, and just listen to what they're doing and what's going on. You can still hang it in there, but a lot of times it is a time to fall back and just show other people the respect that they need as far as being a musician. Well, I'm going to end up cutting this episode a little bit short. I think I'm going to go ahead and be prepared for something. I may drop another episode later on this evening, see how everything goes. But I am getting ready to set up my Super Bowl feast. And usually through the years, and I noticed this, usually through the years I have these, I buy all of these chips and ice cream and cake and all of these things, and nobody seems to me to really enjoy it. They enjoy the meal, but they never really get into all of the just the snack food. So this year I decided that I'm not going to buy much as far as snack food. I'm just going to go ahead and cook a big dinner, and hopefully that everybody enjoys the dinner. And because it seems like everybody, as soon as they eat the dinner, they don't even care about the snack food. They're too full. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. So this year, this is going to be the first time I'm going to just kick back and just cook a big dinner instead of having a bunch of snack food. I will have chicken wings and stuff like that, but not a bunch of chips and dip and all that kind of stuff. It's just too bit over the top. But I do have some ice cream and cake that I've already bought and it's ready to go. So I'm going to just kind of make a small plate for myself because I had an issue early in the week, but it kind of made me sick, and I really I fell off my diet, didn't do what I was supposed to, and paid a severe price for it. So I think I've learned from that, and even the meals that I'm making, they're going to be a little bit more healthier options and choices. So it's not going to be a bunch of bad food. I'm going to bake a lot of things. I'm going to just make sure everybody's happy with what I'm preparing, and everybody seems to be in agreement with the menu. So just go ahead and get ready. I'm going to watch this college basketball game between North Carolina and Duke. And the first thing you got to say, man, what is going on with Duke? Man, is the COVID-19 really affecting these teams and things that they can do, which I believe it is. I think everything as far as sports is not really the way that we normally used to seeing it. So no matter how long this takes, this coronavirus protocols and things like that could take possibly another whole year, could take possibly another couple of years. So we would never know. Just thinking about it, I seen where Spike Lee went and took the vaccination. And there's a picture of him taking the vaccination, and I'm thinking like, man, Spike, boy, but I don't know. I'm a Spike Lee fan. A lot of respect for Spike Lee from his humble beginnings and how he got started. Do the Right Thing and Clockers and just so many things that he's done. Man, I'm going to just have to keep watching that situation because I hate to hear in another couple of weeks Spike Lee is gone. Spike, man, I'm watching you, bro. But I'm going to go ahead and get on up out of here. Hopefully if I drop another episode, we'll see, what happens. But I know next week I'll be prepared. And I may even throw a Super Bowl edition after the game tomorrow. So peace and God bless. I'm out of here.